welcome to Give Me Apps, your app mall, the #1 app store, GiveMeApps.com. Download apps for any smartphone or tablet. If you're a developer, pay no developer fees, keep up to 100% of your profits, and withdraw your earnings via PayPal whenever you want. No app store lets you do that. Today we're checking out Perfect Air 2 for Android by eDuck Apps. This promises to be the ultimate air training resource. If you're a musician, if you are an artist, if you are a singer, if you're a drummer, whatever you are, if you're in the music field, this will be the go-to guide, the go-to resource for understanding music theory in general. According to the listing, interval exercises, scale exercises, chord exercises, rhythm exercises, theory articles, scale viewer, absolute pitch training exercises, custom scales, and custom chords. I'm telling you, whatever instrument you play, if you're learning about music, if you're a beginner, if you're advanced, you will be using this app quite a bit. We can see schools requiring students to maybe have this app on their device or an app like this. I, myself, am a licensed music teacher. I've been teaching music for a very long time, so I was very thrilled to have the pleasure of reviewing this app. Let's take a look in and see if it is or lives up to the task. Here is your main screen. Once again, we're talking about Perfect Air 2. Take a look at these tiles. You have interval comparison, interval identification, scale identification, chord inversions, interval, singing, rhythm reading, rhythm dictation. We can go further. Pitch training, scales dictionary. Take a look at what's coming soon, circle of fifths, and theory articles. We're going to take this up the task and show you what the app is all about. With the interval comparison, it allows you to compare intervals. Obviously, that's why it's called interval comparison. Take a look at standard and custom. The fact that you can customize exercises here to help you with your air training is awesome. We'll just give you guys the basic overview here. Here's the major and minor seconds. Take a listen. You press start on the bottom. All right, you obviously have your major second and your minor second. Take a look. We do this. And we do our first interval. Take a look. We were correct because we went from a G to an A. You're shown the starting note, and you have to kind of guess the next note. And, of course, you have your minor second there. That'll be G to a G sharp or an E flat. And you can hear the interval right there. We go on to next, and we keep doing this. Right? You had your D to E flat and then your D to E natural. We have our first interval. We're going to do the E flat. And take a look. Incorrect. We want the D to E flat, and of course we have the D to E natural. There's your major second. We're looking for the first interval that was shown. There you go. You have C to D, which was your first interval. Now I happen to have perfect pitch, so this is entertaining to me. But if you don't have perfect pitch, if you have relative pitch, or you want to get to a point where you have relative pitch, then this would come in handy. We did our C to D, and that was our first interval, and as you can see, we were correct right there. Alright? Now we can repeat or we can just continue, and this would help us with our air training. If you're taking Sight Singing 1 or if you're taking Sight Singing 2 in any university, if you are a high school student, if you are a musician who just wants to have that great air, you gotta have music theory under your belt, guys. There are a lot of musicians who don't read music whatsoever, or whatever. But if you're working with a singer and you're trying to, write out harmonies, if you are working on a part for, you're doing an arrangement or something like that, you want to have a tight air. So we're going to get out of here. You press the back button on your Android device and you're sent back to the other screen. Take a look. You had your interval comparison, now your interval identification. Take a look. You have unison and seconds. Unison and seconds. You have harmonic, descending, ascending, common root. There are so many options to be had here. All right? Take a look over here. You have your unison. You have your fourth, tritone, and fifth. So this really goes to the gut, to the meat of the problem, making sure that you understand everything. And everything is really included in this app. And we haven't even talked about all the topics, all of the features. We just did 2 tiles so far. Take a look. You have seconds and thirds. That's pretty easy. You press start in the bottom, and listen, minor second, major second, minor third, major third. We can repeat. Should be minor third. And we are correct. Let's move on. We have next. Can you guess what that is? We'll leave it up to you. Comment. Let us know if you know what that is. We're going to get out of here and show you some of the other things here. Scale ID. Big one. Can you identify the scale? How good are your ears? Can you identify whether you're hearing a major scale, minor scale, whatever mode, Locrian, Phrygian? Let's go. Scale ID. Take a look here. Natural, minor, and major. You have your major, Lydian, Mixolydian, major, Lydian, Mixolydian, descending, common root, ascending, minor scales, ascending, minor scales, descending, Phrygian, Locrian. Look, the big boys over there, Juilliard. You know, I remember going over there and having like a million books to look through. Everything is right here in this app. You know, you can go whatever order you want. If you want to peer ahead and look and understand what a Mixolydian scale is, if you want to be able to identify that, everything is right here on the app. It's accessible. Just tap on the tile and you're ready to go. You're off. Let's take a look here. Minor scales, descending, common root. Start. Let us know what scale that is. You have a bunch of options. Natural minor, you have harmonic minor, Dorian, and melodic minor. We are almost 6 minutes into this review. Since I'm a musician myself, I'm enjoying every minute of this review. You know, I'm an educator and IT consultant, and I've been doing these reviews for a very long time, but I haven't quite come across an app like this that has everything thrown in here. We've seen lots of software that's out. I've seen lots of different ear training software. And look, we're using this on our device, and this has so much info packed into it. This app is a free install, which is very hard to believe because there's so many things here. This developer could have easily charged $10 or $20 for this software, but you're getting this for free. Is there anything really to complain about? We're going to go back, show you some more things here. You have your chord ID. Take a listen here. Major and minor triads. You have your minor and major triads. You have your augmented and diminished triads. We can go down this list. Take a look here. Triads descending, triads harmonic, and you have your triads exam. And look, take a look down there. Want more exercise? You go to Google Play. That might be an in-app purchase, I would assume. And we're going to just demo one of these here. Minor and major triads. You click start or tap start. There you go. Is that a major or minor? We know what that is. Major, correct. Boom. So you can quiz yourself. Who needs flashcards when you have an app like this? And everything is not assumed. You're hearing it. You tap on start, and you are truly, undeniably training your ears. This is not, let's look in the book and try it out on the piano. It's right there on your device. We're going to get out of there. Those are your chords, your chord ID. You have your chord inversions, even better. Why not learn your chords no matter where they start, on the first, the third, the fifth, the root, whatever. Take a look. You have your minor triad inversions. You have your major and minor triads inversions. We go down the list. You have your diminished triads. Take a listen here. Diminished triads. You tap start. And this is way down on the piano too, which makes it even harder to detect. How good are your ears? And you have different choices down there. Diminished root, diminished inversion 1, diminished inversion 2. We're going to get out of there. And we're going to keep going here. What I liked about this the most was the rhythm reading and the rhythm dictation. We're going to go right in here and show you the rhythm reading. Let's go straight there. You have your quarter and eighth, half, quarter and eighth. We go down and down. Let's tap on quarter and eighth. You tap start. Take a look at that metronome diagram there. Listen up. So they want you to tap the rhythm that you see on the screen there, on the display. You have a quarter, 2/8, and 2 quarters. We're going to tap this out. Now, we did this in a pre-review. This is the only criticism that we have about the app. Sometimes it's not accurate. But like any software that requires input, you have to be painstakingly accurate, right? Whether you're talking about Pro Tools or this app. So any of the issues really is technically human error, but it takes a lot of trial and error to get this right. So you may be right and know you're right, but you may run into some issues. Let's demonstrate. Now see, it says wrong. Now we did the ba, 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 but because you're dealing with a computer, it has to be so accurate. If you're even a couple of clocks ahead on the beat, it's going to be interpreted as wrong. So take a look there. But still, having this is pretty useful. They need to tighten this up a little bit, but still, nonetheless, I mean, anyone who's downloading this app, we'd assume knows rhythm, and it's a great way to practice rhythm. There are so many different rhythm books. You can do rhythm drills with your classes, but if you want your student to learn rhythm on their own, you really can't beat this. It's right there on the screen, and there you go. You have next. Take a look there. Tap, rhythm on the metronome. That should be ba, 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 ba. You know that. We have 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. Let's go. Alright, so it's a little wrong. You see, it's a little ahead, a little behind, etc., etc., but we know what the rhythm is. The input could use some work, but this is all software. This is not unique to Perfect Air 2. But still, nonetheless, it's doing its job. It allows you to clap out different rhythms, tap out different rhythms in this case, and recognize rhythm and learn rhythm. We're going to go back, take a look at rhythm dictation. That's pretty cool too. Quarters and eighths, half, quarter, and eighths. We are over 10 minutes in this review. We are really enjoying this app. It's got a lot of downloads so far, and we anticipate many, many more for music students, for music enthusiasts, anybody who wants to jump into this and, I guess learn how to read music, identify chords, learn their scales. This is the ultimate pocket reference. Now, they're not saying this. We're saying this, and we've seen a lot of music apps in our day. This app crams everything in, and it's 100% free. You can't go wrong with this. I can't tell you. You go to the Juilliard bookstore, you go to any bookstore at any college, you go to any site that sells music theory books and music theory exercises, you're paying an arm and a leg. Sometimes as little as $10, as much as $100 for programs like this. This has everything for free. We can't get over that. So, look, you got to go check this out. You've seen our review. We took the geek approach here. We pretty much explained just about everything because we were really excited about this. We're seeing so far almost 10,000 installs, and could you go wrong with this? Everything is crammed into this app. We're excited about it. We hope you get excited about this and download this. We're not getting paid for this, right? But we can't deny its usefulness, how much use it's going to get from anybody who's trying to get into this. So once again, we're talking about Perfect Air 2. This is for Android devices. This is by eDuck Apps. Contact that developer. Let them know how good of a job they're doing. Check this out. You have interval exercises, scale exercises, chord exercises. The list goes on and on and on. You could use this all day. Take a look at the metronome marking on the top. There you have 80. We can increase that, etc., etc. Guys, you're checking out our YouTube channel, youtube.com/appmall. Give Me Apps is the world's #1 independent app store. Download apps for any device, iOS, iPhone, iPad, Android, Web OS even, Windows Phone, and many more. If you are a developer, pay no developer fees, keep up to 100% of your profits, and withdraw your earnings via PayPal whenever you want. No app store anywhere lets you do that. Guys, we're clocking in at 12 minutes. There's a lot that this app has to offer. Go check it out. Once again, Perfect Air 2. We hope you enjoyed this review as much as we did, guys. Till next time.